Good day, ma'am. Today, our group will be discussing 4 essential types of test formats often used in educational assessments. Those are the matching type, the supply type or constructed response type, the completion type of test, and the guidelines for formulating essay questions. So these formats play a vital role in evaluating a learner's knowledge, understanding, and critical thinking skills. So we will explore each type in detail, focusing on their unique characteristics, advantages, and how they are best used in practice. By the end of our presentation, we aim to provide a clear understanding of how these test formats can be effectively designed and implemented to ensure fair and accurate assessment. So let's dive into our discussion, starting with the matching type. Matching type. It refers to a type of assessment or exercise in which a set of items or concepts are presented on one side, and the task is to match each item with the correct counterpart from another set. So this type of test, it is commonly used in educational settings, especially in quizzes, exams, and surveys to test the knowledge or understanding of relationship between different pieces of information. So we have an example here for the matching type. Let us first read the direction. The direction: match the items in column A with their corresponding descriptions in column B. Let us first here atong pagkataon diri sa ang atong unang kuanon diri sa column A kaning photosynthesis, mangita tawag iyang correct description diri sa column B. Ang photosynthesis, ang iyang correct answer is the last one, a process of making food in plants. Ang Earth, the first one, diri sa column B, our home planet, and third, the Nobel Prize, which is nasa sa middle, ang prestigious international award, ang Nobel Prize. So we have another example kay we are an ECE student man. Kaya man kausabot pa mga bata in description. So here, we have a direction here. Match the pictures in column A with the correct items in column B by drawing a line between them. Ang column A, which is ang topic ani is whether unsa ila ang correct nga i-wear during those kinds of weather. And also, kay wala man ako nasulat ang advantages o disadvantages. Ang advantages sa matching type, it is easy to score. Then, useful sab siya sa pag-assist sa ability sa student sa pag-recognize sa relationship and associations. Ang yung disadvantages can be confusing if ang items kay pare-pareho ra or ang lista kay not well designed. Dayon ang but natay kuan pod, natay para pod kuan ang ilaang consider ilang critical thinking. Pwede sa column A, for example, sa column A atong ibutang kay 5 lang ka for example aning sa kindergarten 5 ka weather atong ibutang diha pero malibog wag gid gihapon sila. Pero pwede po siya 5, for example diri sa column A 5, then atong pilion diri sa ang atong ibutang diri pod nga mga choices nila kay 7 or unong baka para na adjust sobra para malibog sila ba makuan jud ila ang critical thinking mo na siya. So sa anipod sa matching type ma-enhance sab ang ilang memory retention, recall skills o critical thinking. So next is the supply type or constructed response type. Let us go first to the supply type. So the supply type is a type of assessment where the learner is required to provide an answer from their own knowledge rather than selecting from a list of options. So in contrast to multiple choice or matching questions, ang supply type questions typically ask the respondents to supply the correct answer. So here are some examples of supply type. Number 1, fill in the blank. The capital of France is blank. So, sila na yung mag-supply ana sa ilang answer. just as what I've said earlier. Number 2, write a short answers. Name the largest planet on our solar system. So, diretso na dayon. Wala man sila options. So, ilan na ang kaugalingong answer. Sila na mag-supply. So, number 3, solve a math problem. What is 7 plus 8 equals? Ano din sila, ana. Sila na mismo ng kaugalingon ang mag-answer. Sila mismo ang mag-supply. So, since kay wala na ko na butang na pod, sorry ma'am, ang characteristics aning supply type kay open-ended, kay wala may choices, students are required nga sila mismo ang mogama sila ang tubag, silang answer. So, ang iya pong advantages sa aning supply type kay ma-assess ni teacher if nakasabot pag yun ang estudyante sa topic. Then, ma-develop ang ilang writing skills, then ma-reduce po ang ilang pagtagna-tagna. Ang iyang disadvantages is time-consuming, labaw na og magkuan pod sila mag-essay. Then, ang paggrado, labaw na sa essay, no? Lisod po. Then, risk, kanahanglan gid na kay rubrics. Then, ang risk of incomplete answer or sa ilang pag-recall. So, ang ani, ma-enhance ang ilang memory and recall skills. Dayon, ang supply type sa great sila for enhancing cognitive and practical skills. Often used po ni sila sa sa exams, quizzes, mga assignments nga open-ended, mga or free response answer. Nga free response answer ang required. So let's go to the constructed type of test. Constructed response type question. An open-ended assessment where students are required to generate their own answer, often in the form of a written response, rather than selecting from predetermined options, as in multiple choice or matching questions. So, the students must construct their answer based on their knowledge, understanding, and reasoning. This type of questions encourage critical thinking, and it can be used to assess deeper comprehension of the subjects. So, here are some examples sa constructed response type. The essay questions, those mostly mo yun ang sa constructed. Explain in how photosynthesis works and why it is important for plants. Ang short answer question describes the main differences between a mammal and a reptile. Dayon, ang problem solving, solve the following word problem and explain your reasoning. If Sarah has 15 apples and gives 5 to her friend, how many apples does she have left? Ana, mag-construct sila og ilaang answer. So, since wala ang pagkakasula, butang diri sa iyaang advantages o disadvantages. Ang advantages ani niya kay ma-measure ang higher order thinking skills sa students. Kay kani nga test nga requirement siya og students nga to analyze, synthesize, and evaluate information, promoting deeper learning and critical thinking. And also, ang flexibility in responses, ma-allow ang students to express their knowledge in their own words, showing creativity and understanding. Mo na ilang advantages. And also, ang authentic assessment often reflects real-world skills such as problem solving, yes, argumentation, or written communication. Maka-encourage siya thought process. Students explain the reasoning, which helps teachers identify misconceptions or gaps in understanding. And also, ma-reduce pod ang guesswork. Unlike sa multiple choice test, students cannot guess their way to a correct answer para sa supply type. Ang iyang disadvantages sa constructed response type kay time-consuming both sa students o ni teacher. Especially with the larger class size, luoy kay si teacher. Number 2, subjectivity in scoring. Grading can vary based on the teacher's interpretation, leading to potential inconsistencies with AdClip rubrics. So, kuan pod, bias pod ang inig mag-inani, labaw na og walay rubric si teacher. Ma-concept pod niya. Nag-require po niya siya og strong writing skills kay lo itong mga mga bata nga dili kayo nga mag-struggle sila nga ma-express nila ang understanding even if they know the content, labaw na og English. Luoy kayo ang mga nasa idea pero dili sila kabalo mo express sila ang pagsabot. Kapasabot sila pero di sila ka-express ba sa naman dyan na nga bata. So, ang benefits nga makuhaan ni sa mga bata sa constructed response type kay ma-develop ilang critical thinking. Dayon, ma-enhance ilang writing and communication skills. Ma-encourage pod ang ilang independent learning. Dayon, ma-improve ilang problem-solving abilities and ma-better preparation for real-world challenges. Kay kuan mo nila in a practical way, ma-apply mo nila ang ilang knowledge, ma-encourage siya ang ilang deep understanding, mag-provide project opportunity sa activity. And next, let's go to the completion type of test and guideline in its formulation, which will be si Miss K Dayan Mutya ang mo present. Thank you.
So, good day, everyone. So, I'm Kadian Mutya from Early Childhood Education. So, right now, we'll be discussing about completion type of tests and guidelines in its formulation. Completion type of tests, known as fill-in-the-blank questions, are a type of test item that assesses a student's ability to recall key facts and complete a statement by filling in a blank. This type of test is designed to evaluate a person's understanding or recall specific information. Guidelines for constructing completion type of tests. So the first one is avoid multilated sentences. Multilated meaning these sentences that are incomplete, awkward, or confusing in which maglibog ang mga student or katong mga test taker og sabot or answer sa exam. Example is like this. The Earth's surface is covered by water more than land, where it's so very confusing kay siya and dili align ang sentence ay dili sakto ang kanang construction sa sentence. So ang correct answer niya is more than 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. So dapat ma-identify diretso sa mga test taker na ay dili maglibog ang mga test taker o kuan sa answer. Next is ensure a single correct answer. For example, is the capital of France is, dali ra nato masabtan na ang capital of France is Paris. It is to avoid open-ended questions that allow for multiple interpretations. Next is place blanks strategically. Example is botany is the study of kanang plants. This ensures students understand the context and the questions before attempting to fill in the blank. Next is ensure clarity and specificity. Example is the branch of biology that focuses on the study of plants is called botany. So here, i-specify gid ang answer to avoid multiple interpretation. Last but not the least is to avoid clues in the sentence. To measure the test taker's knowledge and understanding. It makes the test effective. This guidelines ensures that the test measures the knowledge or skills it intends to, while minimizing confusion for test takers. This results in a more effective evaluation of learning and performance. So the advantage of completion type of test is to minimize guessing. Unlike sa multiple choice, ang completion of type of test minimize the possibility of guessing. So students must provide the correct answers instead of choosing from a list of options. Next is essay. An essay is a short piece of writing that is focused on a specific topic and is intended to inform or persuade. An essay is a common method of assessment in education and serves as a medium for individuals to express thoughts, arguments, and insights in an organized and structured way. So the purpose of this is to persuade or entertain the reader while addressing a specific question or a topic. So there are various examples of essay, and the first one is the narrative essay. Tells a story or recounts a personal experience. This type of essay allows the writer to engage readers by sharing a meaningful event or series of events in a way that is vivid and engaging or reflective. So this type of essay focuses only a first-person perspective. The example is The Day I Conquered My Fear of Heights. Next is descriptive essay. Creates a vivid picture of a person, place, or thing using sensory details. Example is a walk through the bustling streets of Tokyo. So the main goal of this type of essay is to make the reader imagine and experience what the writer is describing by using clear and vivid words. Instead of saying the air is filled with sounds of people talking, cars passing, and music playing nearby shops. In descriptive essay, the air is alive with the chatter of crowds, the hum of traffic, and the occasional melody spilling out of nearby shops. This focus on a single topic. Next is expository essay. Explains a topic or idea in detail, providing information and analysis. So example is the importance of recycling. So the main goal of this essay is to provide information, explain a concept, or analyze a situation without personal opinions or persuasive arguments. It focuses on facts, evidence, and logical explanations. Persuasive essay aims to convince the reader to agree with a particular viewpoint or take action. So example for this is why everyone should adopt a pet. So this type of essay aims to persuade the reader to agree with the writer's point of view or take a specific actions. So if you write a persuasive essay, we must clearly state their position and support it with a strong reasoning and examples in order for the reader to persuade. So compare and contrast essay examines the similarities and differences between two or more subjects. So example is the traditional teaching versus modern teaching. The goal of this is to help the reader understand both topics more clearly by highlighting their similarities and differences. Next is the cause and effect essay. Explores the reason behind an event or phenomenon and its consequences. Example is the effects of social media to the mental health. So a cause and effect essay explores the reason why something happens, the causes, and the results of the occurrence or the effects. Writing such an essay involves identifying a specific topic, analyzing its causes, and discussing its effect. Last but not the least is the analytical essay. Breaks down a subject into its component parts and examines their relationships. Example is the blood-stained love of Romeo and Juliet. This type of essay helps the reader understand the deeper meanings behind Romeo and Juliet and how the themes of family conflict, faith, and impulsive love ultimately lead to the tragic bloodshed. So from the previous slides, those are the examples of essays. So this one is a rubric of persuasive essay. So this type of rubric is analytical rubric. So the analytical rubric ensures consistency and clarity in grading and provides students with clear expectations for what makes a strong persuasive essay. So using analytical rubric helps provide clear expectations, detailed feedback, and structured evaluation process. So in analytical rubric breakdowns the essay into key components by outlining specific areas that will be evaluated. It helps students understand what is expected in their writing.